not with it, especially when I look at these guys and I go back a week ago today. We sat here and talked about this letter and we read it and it was all heartfelt and blah, blah, and we get all that. Well, I think what we're talking about now rips the very fabric of that apart and says that it's all bull. Because if you wanted to win, it would. Here's my point: is LeBron didn't have to cater to anybody in his letter. He could have said, I'm coming to Cleveland and we're going to win now. We're going to make the moves. He didn't, for a reason. And he talked about building and this taking some time. Why waste assets to rush to something and rush to judgment? I am not foregoing acquiring Kevin Love, but I am not happy with any of these things that people are talking about. And I don't care. You can say, I don't want to wait 3 years to see how great Wiggins can be. While you're waiting 3 years, he can be pretty good too, because all he's going to have to do is play defense and jump up and catch lob passes and dunks and show off his athleticism. Nobody's asking him to offensively carry the team. I think putting athletic freaks next to the core that this team will have could be very exciting basketball and a chance for those guys to grow. I saw Bill Simmons, Cleveland's favorite guy. He had an interesting article on Grantland that kind of spoke to the same thing. Call the Wolves' bluff. Sit tight. Nobody else is going to pay the Kings ransom, and if they do, then they were going to pay more than you anyway. Sit tight. Go see what you've got. It's not going to kill you to wait till the trade deadline. And if you've still got to go get Kevin Love, if you've seen what you've got in Wiggins, you'll know. You'll either know what you're gonna have. I mean, how hard is it to go to LeBron and go, hey, what do you see in this kid? Well, I think in 2 years he could be blank, blank, blank. Oh, man, don't get rid of him. Or, you know what? Let's make the deal. I'm just saying, at that point, you've got an idea. Your guys will have played together. You can see how David Griffin's favorite word is fit. How do you know anybody's fit till you get them out on the court to play together? And I'm not even going to start on the fact that Kevin Love, much like people complain about Kyrie Irving, plays on a bum team and piles up a bunch of stats on a bum team and is allergic to defense. And I don't know how many players we can have who are allergic to defense on this team at the same time. So that's the opposite side of the Kevin Love argument. But that'll continue. I know I expect that to heat up. If I'm the Cavs, I sit tight. I come into camp with what I've got. I think Ray Allen will get added to this. Come into camp with what I've got. See how they fit. See how they play for the first couple of months of the season. And then evaluate. You've got all your assets. Nothing's going to change for the Cavs between now and then. You use your assets if you have to then, but just see what you've got. You're going to have a core that's good enough to win regular season games. So sit tight and see how these guys fit together. Or, hey, you know what? Satisfy the fans and go out there and build around 3 guys and a bunch of veterans making the minimum. And 3-4 years from now, let me know how that works out for you, because I don't think it has the ending that a lot of people do. But anyways, it is what it is. Cavaliers have a lot of decisions to make, and that's just one of them. We'll see. I say sit tight. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? No, we got to go rush out. We got to get Kevin Love in July, right? We got to go get him as the price just continues to go through the ceiling. It's like these trade deadline trades we're talking about with the Indians, where these teams have all the leverage and they sit back and they want a king's ransom. The Cavs have all the leverage if they sit back and wait. Because at the end of the day, the only player that Kevin Love really wants to play with outside of his checkbook is LeBron James. Other than that, money's talking. So sit back and see what happens and wait this thing out and see what kind of team you put together. Because I think the Cavs are going to be young and fun no matter what. No matter what. I don't know. That's me. I saw somebody yesterday say, well, if Kevin Love's number 1 in the draft, would you have taken him? I said, okay, I'll give you that. If Kevin Love was up there, and would that have been the guy you would have taken? But I'll flip that and say, if LeBron didn't sign with the Cavs, would you trade for Kevin Love and give up the same ransom? I say absolutely not. And what I mean is, I'm not saying you wouldn't trade for Kevin Love. But if LeBron wasn't on the team, would you give up Andrew Wiggins and Anthony Bennett and Deion Waiters and 2 first-round draft picks, whatever this ransom is? Would you give that up? No. Then why would you there? Because it makes things appear to be easier for a year or two. Plus, that bucks the very narrative that he sold about coming back. He's coming back to quote unquote put in the work, then put in the work, guys. That's what they're going to go do. Stop trying to shortcut. Stop trying to rush and cheat and do everything that you said the other guys did. Bruce said it best. Let's just be, you guys want to say we hate the Yankees. We hate the Heat. Why? Players, and that's great. If you want to win a championship that way, say, hey, and everybody listens, go, I just want a championship. You can only hide behind that line for so long. So I understand everybody wants to win a championship, but I'm just simply saying, sit tight. Sit tight and let's build this thing together, because the Cavaliers have a young core to put around the right piece. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, we're going to hit it for the day, for the week, head into the weekend. Indians, it starts tonight. Does it finish at the end of this trip? I don't think so, but you got to play strong. You've got 4 in Detroit. You've got 3 in Minnesota. You've got 4 in Kansas City. And at the end of that, we'll know if we're buying. We'll know if we're selling. We'll know where the Indians stand. I cannot wait tonight. Trevor Bauer, let's go out there and continue to show that improvement. Corey Kluber, get out there tomorrow. Try 4 games in 3 days against the Tigers. It starts tonight. I cannot wait. And I'm glad that I get to say, go watch the Indians tonight. Go try, baby. Come back and talk to us on Monday when Dan Wismar from the Cleveland Fan is going to be here. John McMullen from the Sports Network will be here as well. The Tribe will have wrapped things up with the Detroit Tigers. And heading into Minnesota, we'll talk about it all. Same bat time, same bat place, live right here, Monday at noon on the Sports Fix Radio Network. We love you, Cleveland. Have a great weekend. Go Tribe. Go Cleveland. We'll see you Monday.
Every year, but we got the king, though, so hopefully we overcome. Yes, I have a dream, and I know I ain't the only one. Modell tried to steal my heart, but we brought it back. Thanks to Cleveland Clinic, now they call them Kiss the Cardiac. Rock Cars, Science Center, Tower City, all of that. Warehouse District, Euclid Corridor, and all the flat. You know that I'm a Tribes fan, and I love Slimans. Crockett Park's the perfect place for me to spend some time in. Baby, this is Cleveland. It is so much more to us. You can even go to Severn's Hall to see an orchestra.
Cleveland. We rep our city. Blue lights separate the grind from the gritty. We're sick-fitted. Hood pass cover any city that we visit. When you're from Cleveland, survival's a must on these streets. We hustle, don't sleep. Out here in Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland.
You know that I'm from
long nights, cold weather, it ain't nothing pretty. So much hate up in this city, bitty city. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Put your hands up in the air, everybody say yeah, yeah, yeah.